They say business is a game, but sometimes the stakes are everything, even life and death. Today, we explore 5 of the craziest business saves in history. These aren't slow recoveries, they're high-wire acts that rewrote entire industries. Let's dive in. Number 1. FedEx, the $5,000 Vegas gamble. In 1973, Fred Smith had founded Federal Express using a $4 million inheritance and venture capital. But within 2 years, cash was gone and debts piled up. With just $5,000 left, the company would fold, unless something drastic happened. So Smith flew to Las Vegas and risked the entire company on a blackjack table. He won $27,000, enough to cover fuel bills and buy time. Why was this gamble insane? Because a single losing hand would have ended FedEx, and the overnight delivery revolution would never exist. Instead, FedEx secured a huge bank loan and became the first U.S. company to hit $1 billion revenue without mergers. From near collapse to global powerhouse, all thanks to one bold bet. Number 2. Apple. The 1997 Phoenix moment. Fast forward to 1997. Apple was bankrupt, bleeding $1 billion and clinging to a 3% market share. Enter Steve Jobs, back from exile. He cut the product line from dozens to 4, streamlined operations, and then took an unprecedented step. He asked Microsoft for a $150 million investment. Why risky? Apple had publicly demonized Microsoft just months prior. Jobs pledged Windows compatibility, alienating many fans, but it worked. By 1998, Apple reported $309 million in profit. The iMac was a hit. Apple began its transformation into the world's first trillion-dollar company in less than 2 decades. Number 3. Marvel, from bankruptcy to MCU. By 1996, Marvel was bankrupt. It owed $250 million in debt, sold off film rights, and saw talent flee. Their stock was at 96 cents, no one expected a comeback. But with just $3 million left and no margin for error, new leadership made a daring choice: launch Marvel Studios and finance its own films. The risk? They borrowed $525 million, backed solely by character rights. If Iron Man failed, Disney and Sony would take the IP, and the future would be gone. Instead, Iron Man skyrocketed in 2008. The MCU was born. By 2009, Disney bought Marvel for $4 billion, turning debt into untold billions. Marvel didn't just recover, it defined blockbuster filmmaking. Number 4. IBM, the culture war turnaround. In 1992, IBM faced an $8 billion loss and only 100 days of cash left. Enter Lou Gerstner, a software outsider. Why risky? He tore apart IBM's sacred culture, fired 100,000 centralized decision-making, and pivoted from hardware to services and software. Critics called it corporate suicide. But by 1996, IBM returned to profitability. By 2002, net worth jumped from $29 billion to $168 billion. Gerstner had saved the company, but more importantly, he saved its relevance in the digital age. Number 5. Nissan, zero to hero. In 1999, Nissan was losing $6.5 billion. CEO Carlos Ghosn stepped in with a bold plan: cut debt to zero in a year. He sold factories, cut model lines, slashed jobs, and went public with Nissan Revival Plan. The risk? Bankruptcy if it failed. Instead, by 2000, Nissan posted a $2.7 billion profit. Ghosn's aggressive restructure and focus on quality turned a sinking ship into a global leader. His success inspired turnaround strategies worldwide. What do these stories share? A common thread: extreme pressure, unthinkable risk, and game-changing vision. Whether it's a blackjack table saving FedEx, Apple's unexpected alliance, Marvel betting on itself, IBM rewriting its DNA, or Nissan's complete overhaul, these are blueprints for boldness. So tell me, what's the greatest risk you'd ever take? Subscribe to Crazy Real Stories, because behind every bold move there's a story you can't unfollow.